On Focus Delaware tonight, we feature a restaurant that should be of very great interest to you. If you're going down to the beach to Rehoboth or Dewey Beach, wouldn't it be nice to have a place to stop for a good breakfast? Or how about if you'd like to find a nice out-of-the-way place for a quiet dinner on one evening of the week? Well, I have just the place for you. It's called Tony D's Restaurant, and it's located on Route 13 in Smyrna, Delaware. And here to tell us about Tony D's Restaurant is Suzanne Diamond and Tony Diamond himself, the chef. Tony, how are you?
Fine. How are you doing, Bob?
Okay. Suzanne, welcome.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
Suzanne, how long has Tony D's been in business?
Tony D's opened last spring. We've really been open around 8 months.
And what are your hours exactly?
The hours are, we open at 7 a.m. to serve breakfast until 10 p.m. And then on Sundays we open at 7 a.m. and we close at 8 p.m.
Do you accept credit cards?
We do accept credit cards, and the ones that we do accept are Visa, American Express, MasterCard.
Now exactly, where are you located?
We are in Smyrna, Delaware, on the southbound lane of Route 13. Actually, we're the very first restaurant that you would come to on Route 13. That is right after you cross the little bridge.
Oh, yes.
Before McDonald's.
Now, Suzanne, you also have a businessman's luncheon, correct?
Yes, we do. Every day there is a certain item selected from the menu to be served as the businessman's special, and it is priced at $2.85. That changes daily, and it's proven to be very popular.
Now, what other specials do you have?
Also at lunchtime, we have something for senior citizens. That, too, is priced at $2.85 and normally consists of soup, salad, the entree, dessert, coffee. It does vary. It depends on what the main course is.
How would you describe the type of cuisine that you have?
Well, we have a varied cuisine, really, but since we are a family-type restaurant, we try to provide things that would be liked by all members. Of course, that includes all types of salads, sandwiches, all entrees.
Now, why don't you take us on a tour now of Tony D's Restaurant?
Yeah, be happy to.
Okay, now, what would we see as we arrive at the restaurant?
You would see the exterior view is shown here. You may be able to tell that we have...
There's Tony himself.
Tony is standing in the open hearth charcoal grill, which is newly installed. We charcoal all our meats there.
What room is this?
This is the room where we serve breakfast and luncheon. We do serve breakfast till 5 in the afternoon, by the way.
Oh, very nice.
You're now looking through the arch toward the new addition, which we just opened Thanksgiving week. There's an extra dining room that's been built onto the restaurant now. And this is an interior shot of that room. We also can cater to up to 80 people for banquets, private dinner parties, receptions in that room. And the feature in the room, of course, is the fireplace.
Very warm.
Yes, yeah, that's enjoyable. And again, the shot farther back of the dining room showing the setup for the diners. Now you're looking through the arch back into the entrance foyer at the entrance of the restaurant.
You know, as I passed Tony D's many times on Route 13 down to the beach, I never had any idea that you had such a lavish interior.
Well, when we decided to create an atmosphere for the decor of the restaurant, we thought to make it simple but elegant. We used wood, brick, and when we built the new addition onto the restaurant, we included a fireplace.
Suzanne, would you be kind enough now to take us on a culinary tour of the dishes you brought along, starting with breakfast, then lunch, and then the dinner?
Be very happy to. For the breakfast sample that we brought, you see there are some eggs here, the bacon, the home fries, and the toast, but that's just a small sample of the many items that we do have on our breakfast menu. There's pancakes, French toast, many omelets with a variety of fillings that the chef is famous for, and grilled cinnamon buns, English muffins, things that appeal to children too. Then the next items for lunch, we have 3 very interesting sandwiches that we've brought along today. Let's start with the hamburger, which is the Greek burger, which has a topping of Greek cheese. It's called feta cheese. And then as another taste to it, we've added oregano, and that's served on a bun with tomato, lettuce. and garnished with potato chips.
Very different.
Yeah, and surprisingly, people are going for it, willing to try something different. Next to it is the double-decker hamburger, which is really a very large sandwich, very popular at lunchtime, too. It's on a Kaiser roll. It's a hamburger, lettuce and tomato, and then your second layer is a cheeseburger with lettuce and tomato.
That's for a hungry eater.
Most definitely. You really have to want to eat a lot to order that. And then our other offering at lunchtime is something called a Barcelona sandwich. It's on a piece of bread, and on top of that is cheese. It's topped with a very, very nicely seasoned crab meat, and then broiled. That's served with French fried potatoes and coleslaw.
For all the crab lovers out there?
Mm-hmm. And there are many, of course, in the area where we're from. There's so much seafood.
And for dinner, what have you brought along?
For dinner, let's start with the mushrooms with crab meat, which are also broiled. It's a very nicely seasoned lump crab meat with mushrooms prepared to it. And staying with the seafood, there is the broiled rockfish. And we also have 4 appetizers, the clams casino and oysters Rockefeller, which are very delicious, the hollandaise sauce, the spinach. And the chef can tell you about some other ingredients that he puts in that to make them his own specialty.
Tony, what else do you put in?
On the oysters Rockefeller, I use fresh spinach, the garlic, the anisette, and hollandaise sauce.
Oh, now we have Tony's secret recipe. Of course, only Tony knows how to put them together properly. What else have you brought along for dinner?
We have also the shish kebab, and that happens to be a very tasty thing when it's prepared on the charcoal grill, which we have newly installed in the restaurant. And it's served with a rice pilaf. And maybe Tony would like to tell you the ingredients of the Greek salad that we brought to, again, a very popular item.
Tony?
Well, the Greek salad, they have it nice fresh lettuce, Greek olives, green peppers, tomatoes, and garnish with olive oil and vinegar. It's very nice, tasty salad.
Very nice. And what else?
Well, we have to say something about our wonderful desserts, because what we have is a little bit out of the ordinary. Tony's wife, Sula, is very adept at making a Greek specialty. It's called baklava, and it's made with a very fine strudel dough, which is known as phyllo, and then it has the finely chopped nuts, seasoning, and then it's covered with a honey. And Sula makes that. It's actually such a popular item at the restaurant that we not only sell it dessert, but people stop in during the day just to pick some up to take home. Next to it is a chocolate mousse, which is a nice light dessert. And next to it is the creme caramel, which is a custard and has a syrup made of caramelized sugar, which gives it a nice flavor.
Great for the sweet tooth.
Most definitely.
What about this one main dish over here? We forgot about that one.
Let's go to that, because that is another thing that we do on Saturday at lunchtime only. This is a dish that we created of Greek specialties. There are 4 different types of food on that, and because we have the Greek specialties on the menu, and some people may not want to try it in its main form, we offer this platter. We have on it moussaka, which is a combination of ground meat and eggplant. Next to it is pastizo, and strudel leaves wrapped around Greek feta cheese and meatballs.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you very much. Tony D sounds like a very nice place to go to for those stopping for breakfast on the way to the beach, or perhaps for a nice out-of-the-way place, and I invite you all down to Tony D's. Suzanne, Tony, thanks for coming.
Our pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Tony and Suzanne have been kind enough to provide us with a gift certificate for dinner for 2 to Tony D's restaurant. And all you have to do is answer this question. What Focus Delaware sponsor specializes in Chinese cuisine? Again, the question is, what Focus Delaware sponsor specializes in Chinese cuisine? Now, if you know the answer, please call 652-4424. If you're the 5th caller with the correct answer, you're going to win a gift certificate for dinner for 2 to Tony D's restaurant. Now, we have some other giveaways tonight. If you're the 6th caller, you're going to win a pair of tickets to Wilmington Opera Society's production of Peter Pan, featured on tonight's show. If you're the 7th and 8th caller, you will each respectively win a pair of tickets to Delaware Theater Company's production of Christmas Carol. And if you're the 9th caller, you're going to win a gift certificate to Sterling's Women's shoes also featured on tonight's Consumer Spotlight. Now remember our special rule. If you won within the last 8 weeks, please don't call. We'd like to give everyone a fair chance to win. So get on the phone and start calling.